G'day and welcome to DuckZorly Gaming and our Let's Play series in Western Australia. We are continuing our monumental Let's Play here in our Western Australian map, and what we're doing at the moment, we're just doing a bit of a tidy up. We're just removing the John Deere with the Swadro and also the big New Holland with the Cedar, who's fallen right behind there for some reason, even though he's supposed to be following back to the farm. Is he going to play catch up? I don't think he is. Let's have a look. Alright, let's go and have a look and see what Andy is doing. Okay, so for some reason he thinks he's running at 10 kilometers an hour. Alright, I'll fix that up. That's one of the things with Follow Me. It will actually adapt to what the cruise control was set to the last time you had it, so you need to just double check that. But anyway, alright. So yes, we are going to return these guys to the farm. We have currently got some hired workers running in field 9. We are doing our cotton harvest in field 9. So we've got 3 cotton harvesters over there, busily running all over the field. So we're going to go and check on those shortly as well. And we've got our class Zerions all lined up on the modified field 1, just here to our right, and we are seeding that field at the moment. So we've got all that to do. Also, what we've done is we have actually purchased another field. We've now purchased field 14 in the central area of the map to give us our little block, and we are going to be harvesting that field as soon as we finish field 9 as well, because that has a cotton harvest on it which is ready to harvest, and that is basically the next job. So we're going to put probably just one cotton harvester on that and get that task out of the way as well. But in the meantime, we are going to just run over here. We'll leave these guys here. Well, actually we'll leave the Swadro and the New Holland there, and what we will do is we will head on over and have a quick look-see at the cotton harvesters, and then we'll head back over and get the class Zerions finishing in the field with the seeding. Now we're doing those ones manually with Follow Me. We're not using Courseplay on this field, just because I want to test out Follow Me to its full extent. Make sure all the bugs are pretty much out of it now, and it is running nicely. So in the interim, we're going to head on over, like I said, to field 9, have a look at the cotton harvest. So as you can see in the top left hand corner, we've got vehicles left, right and centre working away busily, which is very good. We're getting very busy. We're almost at the point where we're going to have to bring in some external contractors, I think, and really start getting some of this farm work done. I think at the moment we have 3 fields ready to harvest, and once I've got down here to field 9, we'll bring that up and have a look at that. This one here, certainly to our left, is ready to harvest, and that is going to be a big field. Also field 5, I think it is, in the far northwestern corner, which is just up here to the right past this field here, field 2. That also is ready to harvest, so we still have a lot of harvesting to get done. We've got to look at doing that when we can as well. Alright, John Deere's a bit slow. Just see the cotton field now is just coming into view. Field 9, and you can just make out there now that there's a couple of cotton modules ready to go, so the guys have been quite busy. It'll be interesting to see how many we're going to get out of here. That's why we're sort of bringing them up to the northern end of the field and just leaving them there instead of transporting them straight off. We want to see how many cotton modules we're going to get off the field, and then we are going to calculate how much money we're going to make each time running cotton on this field, because this field will most likely be cotton as a regular crop as opposed to just occasionally. So I think this one bodes well for being a cotton crop. Alright, the harvesters aren't anywhere near us. There's the truck. So the truck is over here with the semi-trailer to pick up the cotton modules. There we go, there's one of the cotton harvesters there. He's the lead harvester. Now, I have actually had a problem with the cotton harvesters on this this field. They have had some trouble doing these turns. The lead one is fine. He hasn't had a problem at all. But the trailing cotton harvesters have had real trouble sticking to the course. So we're going to go down here and just have a look and just make sure they're functioning correctly and not doing donuts around the middle of the field. And there's one of them. He's obviously working his way back up. It's okay. So there's two of our cotton harvesters, and there's a third one there. So he is also obviously oh no, maybe he is doing loops. Another cotton module in the field. So two of them, one's at 88%, one's at 85%, and then one has just offloaded. This one is at 24%. So another two cotton modules will be available in the field very soon. And there we go. They're busily, merrily running away. Looks like they're taking this turn okay. It's normally the northern turn that these guys are having problems with. But there you have it. So we've got our three cotton harvesters running away there nicely. Okay, alright, what we're going to do now is we're going to head back up and get these class units running and get that seed planted, and then that's what we're going to do. Now, we haven't actually done any more with stage 1 of our construction work. We have the chicken coops there ready to go, we have some pallets there ready to go, but we do not have any chickens as yet. So basically the plan was, once we sold these cotton modules, that should give us well and truly enough money to buy. We're going to start off with probably 100 chickens in each coop. That's the goal. So we're going to import some chickens there, and then once we've got them underway, they'll be pretty much just left to run to their own devices. We'll go and check the feed every now and again, and that's all we'll be doing with them. And then stage 2, we'll probably commence stage 2 construction. We're going to need about $1 million to do stage 2. So once we've developed enough money, we will then look at doing stage 2. What is stage 2? Well, you're just going to have to tune in later to find out. All right. Lovely view. Even though we're trampling in all the old cotton stalks, but that's okay. We've got to come through and plough it all up anyway. So we've got at least, what have we got so far? We've got 5 there, we've got 1 in the field is 6, another 2 about to drop, which is 8. Let's have a look at the map. I would guesstimate that, looking at that, if we've got 8 already, I reckon we're going to get at least another 8 on top of that. Probably even more than that. So I'm probably talking about 20 cotton modules in total for this field. And that should be a significant amount of money for us. So yeah, that'll be interesting. All right, now in relation to what fields we've got to harvest, as I said, field 11, this is a big field, we need to harvest that one still. Field 5 over here needs to be harvested. We also need to harvest field 12, which was our first field we harvested in this once we bought the farm, and field 14, which is the one we've just bought, that needs to be harvested as well. Now over here on field 13, we've just had a hired hand. He seems to be driving around in circles now, but he's actually limed that field, which is good. So that's ready to be ploughed in or cultivated in. And then field 3 over here has to be limed as well. So we're going to send this guy over there. We'll do that quickly, and then we're going to head on over here to Franz and Sarah, and we're going to finish seeding this field here, field 1. All right, so let's go off and do that. So we're going to jump on over here. I'll leave the John Deere in the middle of the road. That's okay. All right, I'm going to stop the driver. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to clear the course. Now, Yeah, we should have enough lime to finish this next field, so we're just going to raise that up. So just come over here, we'll get him started. We'll just do a very basic quick course, and he should power on through that and get all that done nice and quickly. This field here to our left, what's that, field 4 I think it is. It's basically at the first full growth stage, so we're just going to let that go a little bit, and that will be ready to pull up as well. Now, have I got a... That's interesting. I have got a crop. I did plant a crop in here, so I'm not going to be liming this. Okay, so I've got corn growing there, so let's take the lime off. Okay, yeah, indeed I have. So we won't be doing that. We'll be doing that after this corn crop here is harvested. Now the interesting thing is I don't actually have any corn headers either for the combines now I think about it. So we are going to have to look at investing in a corn header or two. In fact, we'll probably just do one. That field's probably not worth worrying about multiple corn headers. Alright, so we're going to bring this guy back to the farm. He's done his job. The next thing we'll be doing is, like I say, coming over here and we'll be cultivating this with our big Bredner cultivators and get that task done as quick as we can, and then we'll be reseeding that one as well. The cycle of life on the farm continues. Alright. I apologise for those email dings. I've been battling all week to try and get rid of those. I know in our satisfactory video last week that my football email account had a whole pile of emails come in rapidly, and that was just constantly dinging away because I didn't realise it was open. I've tried turning off Google's notifications, which is the one you just heard then, and I just can't turn them off. So we'll continue to battle with that. In the meantime, when you hear that little ding, I apologise, but yes, nothing I can do about it right at this point in time. Alright, coming into the entrance of the farm. Up through here, we'll just park him in the middle of the courtyard here near the sheds. In fact, now what we'll do is we're actually going to drop this off at the wash area because it does need a good wash. So just up here is our wash area with our cartridges and all that set up. So we're just going to park him in here and then we can get to washing him a little bit later. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to jump on over to our class area on over here. Here he is here. Now, what we do need to do actually before I do that, I need to make sure these guys are ready to go, and they're not, so I need to turn off that, then turn it back on. So I just got to get the seeders running, and then the hired hands will just follow on behind, but we can't do it while they're actually in follow me, and they certainly don't turn it on automatically. Alright, there we go, we are ready to go. So we are going to continue on. We are planting canola. We need to turn ours on as well, and off we go. Oh, bit of a messy start. Now I could be using guidance steering. The only problem is I don't have guidance steering on these tractors as yet, so that's the reason why we're not using it, and we're doing it manually anyway, so just put up with my very poor driving and alignment. So as you can see, we're leading the charge here with the seeder, and the other two units are following behind. They've all been set with an offset, and they will basically follow where I go. Now the only thing you have to worry about, particularly with follow me, is sometimes tight turns you will tend to lose the followers. So particularly when you're turning inwards. So if I turn outwards, it's not so much of a problem. So if I was to turn left, it wouldn't be so much of a problem. But tight turns turning to the right, noting they're on a right offset, sometimes, particularly the last guy, because he has to do the tightest turn, may sort of go a bit awry and decide to go for a bit of a picnic, as we've had previously while we're doing these first couple of header runs. We'll see how things go. We'll just alright, so he's followed through alright. What we are going to do is I'm going to turn off the all-wheel steering. So we just got front wheel steering for this guy at the moment. Tend to get a bit better response generally. I'm not doing tight turns at the moment, so that's not so much of a problem. So he's just struggling over there at the moment. But he's back on track, which is good. Alright, so we can continue on. So we'll go and finish off this section down here, this southern section of the field. We split the field into two just so we could actually go off and do around the power poles, the power pylons. But there was no particular rhyme or reason as to why we did it that way. It was just something that we felt like doing at the time. And it was also just a matter of just testing out the guys on Follow Me and just making sure everything was going to run smoothly. So we'll come on around through here. Bit of a rough field, this one. Now I think, no, perhaps not. Yeah, I think this area through here we've completed already. So let's have a look. Yep. So what we need to do is we need to do a switch back. Well, I'm not going to have enough room there. So again, this is one of those areas where I have to think about how I'm going to do the turn. What we are going to do is we're going to go around here. Even though we're wasting a bit of seed and fertilizer by doing this, I want to minimize any impact I have on these guys getting lost, having to come back through, and get them back on track again. So a nice simple turn back over here, and next time through we'll cut round the other way. In fact, what we will do, no we won't, we'll just continue on. So we haven't updated Courseplay either in the last couple of weeks. We've had bit of a busy time in real life, and so we're currently using an older version, which is fine. Everything seems to be working okay, and one of our subscribers was having a lot of trouble with Courseplay and difficulty with trying to get an overloader to offload the combines correctly. Now, we've done some testing and we've actually found that we don't have a problem with it at all. Not that it actually helps them at all. But if you have also been running Courseplay and have come into that same problem with Courseplay, then drop me a note and let me know. I'd be interested to know. Because everyone's going to get different results at some stage. So it may be a mod that's been affecting them or something like that. But certainly for myself, I've had very few issues with Courseplay, which is wonderful. There was a couple of bugs in a couple of the early builds, but since then, I think Courseplay is running very, very well. and I'm very grateful for that. Obviously for this map particularly, because it'd be a bit difficult running this map without it for sure. So so yeah, drop us a line if you've seen or you're experiencing any problems with Courseplay. And of course, if you are experiencing any problems with Courseplay, head on over to the GitHub for Courseplay and drop the guys a line and just let them know. Alright, so Betty has gotten lost again. Alright, so we're going to have to go over and help Betty. Alright. So I don't know why Betty got lost. Right. So we'll bring Betty across and play catch up. So yeah, so leave a comment down below if you've been having any difficulties at all with any part of Courseplay. And I certainly will, if anyone has been, I'll have a look and see if I can pardon me, if I can replicate the problem, or give you a hand possibly if available as well, or if I'm able to. So yeah, leave a comment down below in the comments. Alright. So, as we can see, Courseplay, Follow Me is not perfect by any means, but certainly better than what we've been experiencing up until now. Alright, so let's restart the engine and let's get going again. We are going to do a relatively tight turn here. Head down around here and tie it up around the power pylon again. I'm just going to head down here. As you can see, we've already done the loop around the power pylon. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come through here, run this line through here, and then go out through the other side as well. And hopefully both of our followers will keep on task. A very small amount here we've got to catch up with and get done. Right, and what we'll do is we'll turn a relatively tight turn through there. Wait for our last follower. Who's that? Who's in there now? Philip. So we got rid of Betty, and Philip's actually helping us out now. Right, and he's done a good job through there. And that is pretty much our time here today. We haven't got a lot done seemingly, but something a little bit different. Doing a bit of manual work here in the Western Australian map. And we'll continue this and finish this seeding off camera. And we will then continue on with everything else. In the next episode, you'll probably see us collecting some of our cotton modules and further work on field 9. We will also probably get a hired hand once we finish with these two guys. We'll probably get these two guys to head down to the field we just spread lime over and to start cultivating that. And we'll then also be looking at filling up our chickens hopefully as well in the next episode, depending on if we get to sell our cotton modules. So that's the plan for the next episode, which will hit the streets in about 3 or 4 days after this one. And I certainly hope you enjoy that video as long as you also enjoyed this video. So on that note, I hope you did like the episode. If you did, press that like button. If you didn't, press the dislike button. That's okay. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing and pressing that alarm notification icon so as you are made aware of when new videos are available on the channel. So that's DuckZorly done for today. And so no matter whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, no matter where you are in the world, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. And we will see you back here very, very soon at DuckZorly Gaming. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you all again soon. See you later. Bye.